Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Clubhouse. Donald and I wanted to help you get ready. I could really use the help. There's the helping hands of handy helpers.
Thanks for the helping hands, handy helpers.
And Toodles helps out with his Mouska tools. Want to be a handy helper, too?
All our friends are invited, including you.
You can lend a helping hand, too, on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Weekend mornings at 9, 8 Central on Disney Junior. Shiver me timbers! Celebrate Food for You Halloween all month long with Disney Junior.
Happy Halloween, everybody!
This sea is full of ghosts.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
Ghost? Oh, don't worry, Huggle Monsters.
Ooh.
Yo-ho, let's go trick or treasure.
Let the bow begin! Get ready for a whole week of brand new Minnie's Bow Toons. Perfect! The boutique is getting a makeover.
Millie, you gotta press down to get the lumps out.
With goofy gadgets. Funny friends.
Why don't you look after the baby for me?
And way out weather.
Stay cool.
It's a new bow-tastic adventure every day of the week.
Come on, everybody.
And it all leads up to a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Marathon that's all about
Let's be friends.
Minnie. It's Minnie's Bow Toons Week.
Hey, look, I'm a bow.
Starts Monday at 3:55, 2:55 Central on Disney Junior. Disney Junior invites you to Paris where you'll meet
Gaspard and Lisa.
Hello, bonjour.
They're best friends
You want to see what I drew? We were both thinking the same
who
thing.
do everything together.
Ta-da!
When something goes wrong, they call it a
Catastrophe!
But when they work together to make things right again, it's a
Triumph!
Come on, make a play date with Gaspard and Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. That's what best friends do.
Gaspard and Lisa. Weekend afternoons at 1:30, 12:30 Central on Disney Junior.
Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving, Daddy.
The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the island of Sodor.
James's discovery. James, the red engine, was restless. Since his accident with the trucks in the cow pasture, the Fat Controller had let him shunt around the big station to gain confidence with trucks again. But James had been shunting for some time and was eager to see the rest of the main line.
I'm tired of being tethered to the big station, he said to the others one night. I long to stretch my wheels.
The engines were tired of hearing James complain, but all of them had been in his position before, so they couldn't be cross.
Be patient, little James, Gordon said. I'm sure the Fat Controller will let you out into the world soon.
James's chance came sooner than expected. The Fat Controller sat in his office one morning when an important call came.
Yes?
A special train? Who is this? Hello? The phone clicked and was silent. The station master came in.
You rang for me, sir?
Yes. I've just received a call from a station I thought for many years to be vacant. They're asking for a special train. What kind of train, sir? A goods train, he replied solemnly. Surely it's a joke, sir. The Fat Controller looked very grim. No, I'm afraid it's not. Well, who will take this train?
A goods train, sir? Down the main line? Do you mean it?
James said excitedly. Yes, said the Fat Controller, but listen very carefully. You're to take these trucks to the old station and leave them there. Pay attention to the rails and do not lose your way. James wasn't sure what the Fat Controller meant, but he was happy to be out of the yards. Later that afternoon, James set out for his destination. James loved it. He cherished the wind in his face and the countryside rushing past.
Finally, a chance to stretch my wheels.
It took some time to reach the old station. By then, the sky was getting dark. Would you look at this? James's driver remarked, pointing to the station. This used to be the junction to an old branch line, long before you came along, James.
Really? Who ran the branch line?
An old engine, about the same size as Thomas. He was put out of service a long time ago.
What's happened?
James asked, beginning to feel uneasy. I don't remember exactly, his driver replied. James got the feeling that his driver wasn't telling him something. James and his crew set down the trucks in an old siding. A thick fog was beginning to form. We'd better hurry back, said James's driver. The fog is making it hard to see. The fog did make it hard to see. So hard, in fact, that James started down the wrong track. down the old branch line. Neither the driver nor the fireman recognized the mistake.
Something's wrong, said James. The track feels rough.
It's an old section of main line. You're just not used to it, James. Suddenly, James saw a flash of red lights in the distance.
What's that? James cried. That's not a signal. That's a...
The fog began to lift, and James realized he was not on the main line. James was not sure where he was, but what he saw there terrified him. Up ahead was an old engine shed. In its stall sat an old, dead engine, rusted from smoke box to cab. The only light came from a busted red tail lamp, which sat on the engine's footplate.
Oh, horrors!
James cried. He closed his eyes and ran back as fast as his wheels would let him. He was going so fast that when he returned to the old station, he smashed into the trucks in the siding, spilling their contents. Inside the trucks was what appeared to be demolition equipment. James didn't stop for long to inspect the goods. He hurried back up the main line to get back to his shed. The old station sat eerily quiet. The door of the station building creaked open, and out stepped the Fat Controller. He sighed as he saw the contents of the trucks strewn about on the ground. I really hope James wouldn't have cheated us, he muttered to himself. I've got to correct my mistakes, no matter how old. Taking off his jacket, the Fat Controller piled as much of the equipment in his car as he could and hurried down the dirt road toward the old engine shed.
I saw that shit.
The island of Sodor is a wonderful place. There are lots and lots of engines. Who's that puffing along the track? It's Toby. Toby is very special. He is Sodor's only steam tram, and he has the number 7 painted on his side. He has cow catchers on the front and a very loud bell. Toby likes doing lots of jobs: shunting vegetables, shunting coal, and he especially likes seeing the animals at Farmer McColl's farm, even the chickens. Toby also has his own carriage, Henrietta. Together they take children to and from the seaside. Toby has his own shed at Allsdale End. He's very happy there. One morning, Toby puffed out of his shed. The birds twittered good morning to him. That made Toby very happy. Thomas puffed by. Toby liked saying hello to Thomas. Then he chuffed off to work. Thomas spotted that Toby was wet. Then he saw that there were a lot of holes in the roof of Toby's shed. Thomas decided to ask Sir Topham Hatt to build Toby a new roof. Thomas was sure that that would make Toby very happy, but it didn't. Toby looked sadder and sadder. Soon the new roof was finished. Thomas was very pleased, but Toby looked sadder than ever. Thomas asked Toby what was wrong. Toby told Thomas he liked his old roof with holes. The birds flew in through the holes to make their nests. So Toby's shed was their home too. Later, Thomas had an idea. He asked the workmen to build a new home for the birds. Toby's birds came back, and that made Toby very happy. One day, James told Toby that the new Sodor Museum was opening. All the engines were having a repaint for the celebration. But Toby wasn't having a repaint. Toby was worried. He knew that museums were places where they sent old things that weren't useful anymore. Toby thought Sir Topham Hatt wanted Toby to be in the museum. Toby decided to show Sir Topham Hatt that he was too useful to be put in the museum. Then he saw Sir Topham Hatt. He didn't want Sir Topham Hatt to talk to him. Then there was trouble. Sir Topham Hatt would put him in the museum now, but Toby was wrong. Sir Topham Hatt told him that he was far too useful, and because he was Sodor's only steam tram, he had a special job for Toby. Toby was to take all the visitors to the museum for the grand opening. Toby the steam tram is very special. Everyone on Sodor knows that. And they are all very proud of Toby. Emily is taking coal to the docks. She has lots of coal cars, and they are very heavy. Emily has to puff up Gordon's Hill. Gordon's Hill is long and steep. The coal cars are too heavy. Emily can't pull them up the hill by herself. I wonder who can help Emily. Who helps engines up Gordon's Hill? Edward helps engines up Gordon's Hill. Edward pushes as hard as he can. Emily pulls as hard as she can. Together, Edward and Emily get the coal cars to the top of Gordon's Hill. Edward is a very helpful engine. And good friends always help each other. Thomas's whistle is broken. Which new whistle should Thomas choose? That doesn't sound like an engine whistle. Try another whistle, Thomas. Does that sound like an engine whistle? Let's listen again. That doesn't sound like an engine whistle either. There's one more whistle left. I wonder what this one sounds like. That sounds like a very good engine whistle. Well done, Thomas. Thomas and Percy are playing hide and seek. Percy is hiding from Thomas. Percy blows his whistle to help Thomas find him. When Thomas is close, Percy's whistle sounds very loud. When Thomas is far away, Percy's whistle sounds very quiet. Where should Thomas look first? At Knapford Station? Thomas listens to Percy's whistle. It sounds very quiet. Percy isn't hiding here. Where should Thomas look next? In Henry's tunnel. Thomas listens to Percy's whistle. It's louder, but it's still not very loud. Percy isn't there, but Thomas is getting closer. Where else can Thomas look? Tidmouth Sheds. Now, Percy's whistle sounds very loud. Percy must be hiding in there. We found you, Percy. Well done, Thomas.
It was Halloween night on the island of Sodor, and all the engines were enjoying themselves at Tidmouth Sheds. They were chatting with each other and telling stories about ghosts. Poor Percy was frightened by some of Edward's stories, but his friend Thomas was there to cheer him up. But while all the engines were back at their sheds, Duck was taking a goods train to Tidmouth. It was meant for an engine from the mainland, but he broke down on his way to Vicarstown, and the train got delayed. But things got worse. He was passing Kildane when a heedless signalman had forgotten to change the points. Duck was soon going down towards the scrapyards instead. When Duck arrived at the scrapyards, there was a thick fog covering the yards. What? Everything seemed eerie. Duck could hear squeaks and many unsettling sounds from all over the place. And pieces of scrap create shapes that make Duck's firebox shiver. Soon, the line was clear for them to go back, much to Duck's relief. They soon reversed and puffed back to the junction. This time, they were heading off to Tidmouth. When they arrived, Duck left his trucks in the siding and stopped near the platform to take a breather. All was quiet, and only the owls could be heard. Up until Duck and his crew jolted as they started to hear a loud noise as if the station was full with passengers. The engine's eyes looked left and right, but no one was there, despite all the noise around them. Suddenly, they heard a box falling on the ground, and someone falling from the platform. Duck began to shake in fear as a woman began to scream, and a whistle sounded nearby. Duck was frozen as a faceless engine rocketed by. Then, as quickly as the noise came, everything had fell silent. Duck was terrified. He tried to look back, but the engine and his train were nowhere to be seen. He and his crew wasted no time to get it out of the station and heading their way back to the sheds. As he puffed in, not a word was spoken to any of the engines. He just backed into his empty berth, leaving the engines quite puzzled. All the engines would fall asleep, all except Duck, who could still hear the woman screaming on repeat, all in his boiler.
tuned for Doc McStuffins, coming up on Disney Junior. Every day on Disney Junior. Sophia?
Sophia.
It's Sofia the First. She's a princess in training with a lot to learn.
This is going to be so much fun.
From up in the air
I can fly.
to way down underground.
I've never seen anything like this before.
You never know where Sophia's royal adventures will take you.
1, 2, push!
Catch Sofia the First every day on Disney Junior.
Hold your hippos!
It's a Doc McStuffins School of Medicine Marathon with back-to-back episodes all leading up to a special new episode.
Florence Nightingale was the first real nurse.
Where Doc and the toys meet Florence Nightingale.
We can't believe it's you!
And inspire her to follow her future.
You can be anything you want to be.
Plus, you can go online to DisneyJunior.com/doc to play Doc, Seek, and Find.
We got it!
Doc McStuffins School of Medicine Marathon. Next Sunday starting at 7, 6 Central over on Disney Junior on Disney Channel.
Get up, get out of bed. Fun times lie just ahead. Open up your eyes. If you're in bed all day, you'll miss the chance to play. Open up your eyes. Open up your eyes.
Now get ready for Doc McStuffins on Disney Junior.